Hey there, church family. This is Andrew Thompson, your senior pastor, coming to you for our Thursday Thoughts video message on this Thursday, July the 23rd. You know, one of the things that I have been thinking about a lot over the past few months as we've gone through the coronavirus epidemic is the welfare and well-being of our sister congregations in Cuba and Peru. Those are churches that we have visited, both of them multiple times through our short-term mission trips over the past few years. And as you can imagine, as difficult a time as we've had it in the United States, the combination of the epidemic and the economic recession has hit those communities much harder even than it has hit us. I heard from Pastor Diosmani, our mission church pastor in Regla, a suburb of Havana, not too long ago, and he was talking about how there have been food shortages. People have been standing in bread lines, sometimes for hours on end, and the image of that is just difficult for me to even bear. Well, imagine my surprise a few days ago when a church member walked into my office, sat down, and said that he wanted to make an anonymous gift of $2,500 to support the missions in Peru and Cuba. And in many ways, this was for me an answer to prayer. I have been thinking that I would like for us to take up an offering to send down to the communities in both those countries for their support, but it's just one of those things that have been a back burner thing for me. I just had not focused on it because we've had so much else going on. I felt like this particular church member coming in was almost like an angel being sent in to prompt me to reach out to the rest of the congregation for us to take up that offering. So here's what I would like to do. I would like to issue a challenge to our congregation to raise an additional $2,500 to match the $2,500 that this one family of the church has offered. And if we can come up with that amount of money, then the $5,000 total we could split between Peru and Cuba, and it would go to do an enormous amount of good. Those churches have not been meeting in person, just like we didn't meet in person for a long time. And that means that the pastors and their families have not been receiving very much means of material support at all for their own well-being. And so what we would be doing, much like Paul, the apostle, took up an offering throughout Western Asia to support the church in Jerusalem back in the Acts of the Apostles, we would be taking up an offering to send to the church that is in great need right now. And it would go to help those congregations, it would go to help those pastors and their families. And so what I'd like to do is to challenge you, if you have an extra $25 or $50 or maybe even $100 that you could send in to the church, just write a check out to our church, First United Methodist Church, and put Peru and Cuba mission in the memo line. And I'm going to wait a couple of weeks to see if we can come up with that amount of money, and then I'm going to put it together with the $2,500 that has already been given, and we will send it to where it can do the most good. I hope you'll make that a matter of prayer. Emily and I are going to make a donation ourselves, and I'd like to challenge you to prayerfully consider doing the same. There's a lot that we've got going on exciting here in the life of our own church as well. This coming Sunday, we're going to be moving our 10:30 a.m. family worship service to the Family Life Center. So if you will look down at the bottom of the screen right now, I'm going to ask Patrick to put the link where you can go and RSVP either for that service at 10:30 or for the 11 a.m. worship service that's in the sanctuary. Also, as a reminder, I know that Miss Amanda has already sent this out to the parents of our school-aged children, but our drive-through vacation Bible school kickoff is going to happen this coming Sunday here at the downtown campus from 5 to 7 p.m., and that is going to be the kickoff to our virtual VBS that's going to happen next week. I have more information about that in the written version of Thursday Thoughts that you'll receive by email along with the link to this video, so I hope that you'll read that in its entirety. I hope that you'll keep praying for our church and praying for the church around the world, including our sister congregations in Cuba and in Peru, and I'll see you soon.